Positive? None of them left the house that night?
There's no way. We were standing right here the
Bro,
whole time.
I'm
We
so
thought each of them would go
excited.
in, but none of them came out after sundown.
I love you,
Your
Nancy. I'll
dad gave
take
us
care of
strict
you.
orders to keep tabs on everyone that night.
I didn't know it was a two-parter.
We did leave for a minute, but the
Stupid
murder had already
Barracuda.
happened. That's when you came running outside. We ran with you out back and found the body, and then we went back to our post. I guess during the short time we were gone,
Oh
Roland before
no.
went around the other way to the pond and committed suicide.
This
The
is
only
a
one who
rare
left the house was
occurrence,
Mitchell, but he's not the murderer, he's the victim.
but the voices aren't in
Sure,
sync.
but everything's important. When did Mitchell leave?
I think this is the
Guess it was
second time
around
this ever
9:30
happened,
PM.
so I'm sorry.
He said that he was trying to find Roland for Mr. Dufour.
But it was kind of weird though, because it was already dark
tripping me
outside.
out.
He was looking in the bushes and around the pond. Go figure. Did I notice anything unusual about Roland lately?
So what y'all think?
Anything different? Like
Y'all think the pen might have had the poison in it?
Well, he wasn't much of a talker, so it's hard to say.
And I'm hoping it's not
But
Nancy,
one thing
bro.
sure changed.
What was that?
He started eating a lot more. Usually he ate like a bird. He'd hardly touch his plate.
I noticed too. He even started eating dessert, which he never does. It was just the last couple of days, the day of the murder and the day before.
Barry,
Thanks. One last thing. Did Roland ever take his bandages off, like at night?
I think he wore them all the time, except when Zoe changed them for him every 3 days. It's kind of nasty when you really think about it. I mean, when did the guy ever wash his hair?
Oh yeah, 3
ew.
days ago, Zoe took a single sheet to make bandages with, but then 2 sheets turned up missing.
Hey, Kudo,
Zoe, who's Zoe again?
come on. Right over here.
So
Check it out. See? Right underneath the balcony of Mitchell and Zoe's room. What do you make of it, Kudo?
I think
That's the same balcony that Mitchell Gray was pushed off of. It looks like something hit the floor so hard that it left an impression.
Barracuda's
Hey, Kudo, over here.
is gonna
There's
like
marks all over it. Look.
try to blame it on
That floor has more
Nancy.
divots in it than a golf course. I wonder what did that.
Yeah, me too. Whose room is that?
Zelda's. But I wouldn't go in there if I were you.
Right, but you're not me.
Yo, this is like the sinking of
Hurry up.
the voices are
What if that
messing me
Zelda
up.
comes back?
Will you just chill?
Hey! The phone! It's ringing! What are we gonna do?
I'll pick it up.
This is Zelda speaking.
What a maniac.
Oh,
Are you scared of anything?
What's that? I don't remember calling you.
Don't play dumb, Zelda. It was 2 days ago. You left a message on my answering machine.
What time 2 days ago?
Oh, come on, Zelda. You sounded drunk, but not that drunk. You called just before 10 and you blabbed on my machine for 30 straight minutes.
what?
What did I say?
Look, I don't want to marry you, but if you want to get together for a good time, call me.
He
Well,
wants to
there goes our prime
smash.
suspect. She was talking on the phone when the murder took place.
Yeah. But if the person we saw on the balcony wearing those bandages wasn't Zelda, then who the heck was it?
Maybe it was Roland. Maybe your theory about him dying before Mitchell is wrong.
Let's go search Roland's room. Maybe something there will tell us.
Look at all these
Bruh.
pictures. This guy really was a serious writer, wasn't he?
I
The
said
sink.
let's search the room, not ransack it.
Hey, Kudo, an answering machine. And the message light's blinking. Awesome.
Play it!
Right.
October 31st, 2:20 p.m.
Hi, this is Mr. Evans' secretary from Marquee Publishing. Just calling to confirm your appointment with Mr. Evans tomorrow at 1 p.m. Thank you.
November 1st, 1:20 p.m.
Hey, Roland, Stanley Evans here. Just wondering why you're not here yet.
These messages are from 2 days before the murder. I wonder why
Stanley
he
is
didn't
Mitchell,
get it.
right?
November 1st, 2:30 p.m.
Hey, Roland, it's Stanley Evans again. I guess you're not coming today.
Oh no, never
Hope
mind.
you're not considering another publishing house. I think we have everything you need right here at Marquee. Give me a call when you get this, all right? Bye.
Oh, so he still wrote
Hey,
books and
Are you
stuff,
thinking what I'm
novels.
thinking? Is it possible?
It might be, but the time of death would have to be way off the mark.
Wait, that's what?
Roland didn't murder Mitchell, did he?
No.
way, unless it's the first time in history that a dead man committed murder.
It should be somewhere in here.
I like those
If our deduction's
poses.
right, that is.
Keep the faith, Harley. Our deduction's correct. There's no other way, trust me.
All right.
This is pretty cool at how
Check
they're
it out,
working
Kudo.
together.
What a dirty bedsheet. Man, there's a bathing cap in here as well.
Looks like I've scored too. Take a look up there, Harley. I've finally seen the light.
Wait, what is that?
Aha, there you are. I've been looking all over for you. Harley, Miss Nesbit was wondering where her pen is. You still have it, don't you?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot all about it.
And you, no more disappearing. Stay with me. We're going
Okay,
home.
I'm guessing
Do you have the time, Nancy?
the pen doesn't have poison.
Oh, there we are.
I'm
It's
glad.
10 to 7.
Oh, excellent. All the stores are still open. Rachel, would you do me a huge
Wait.
favor and pick up this stuff for me? Oh, and Nancy, do you happen to know who's using the room that's directly above Miss Zelda's room?
Yes, actually, I am for the time being.
Oh
Would you do me a favor,
no.
too? Just have everyone meet me there in 1 hour. I'll keep an eye on Conan until you get back, Rachel.
That's
Hey,
sketchy
tell
how
her to meet us upstairs right away.
she looked at her
What are
wrist
they up to?
and she didn't have a
Nice
watch
pose.
there. So that
The sleeping
means
sleuth looks ready to rock.
Rachel's
Rachel's
something.
getting everything we need to demonstrate our deductions. But we've forgotten the most important thing, the proof. Do you realize we don't have a shred of proof?
Yes.
Jump the gun. How
Damn.
could we, Kudo?
We got so wrapped up in our deductions that it didn't cross our minds.
Nancy
Hey,
did
What time
it.
do you got?
It's 7:40. Everyone will be here in 10 minutes.
10 minutes till showtime and we have no proof? And you're supposed to be the best detective in the East?
No blame games. There's no time, Harley.
The best detective in the world.
Time.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Shit.
We have our proof.
Looks like we're in business, Kudo. Let's
Dude,
do
it's
it. The show starts in
Nancy.
10 minutes, exactly as
Why?
planned.
Why would she kill Roland?
Hey,
Like-
what's up, Kudo?
Nothing really. It's just that I can't imagine ever killing myself.
Suicide's not the answer.
All right, Hartwell,
Okay.
what's up? And this better be good. Hey, where the heck is he?
I'm the one who had Harley call all of you here, Inspector.
You did, Dad?
What's going on here, Moore?
I finally figured it out.
Imagine it's the
Right, I
butler.
know who killed Mitchell, and I know who murdered Roland and submerged his body in the pond.
Please
Come
let it be
on, Moore.
Barracuda.
Roland Dufour killed Mitchell Gray. It's obvious.
If it's
And he drank the
Barracuda,
poison and we shot Cousteau in the pond.
I'm posting
We analyzed the handwriting on the will, for goodness sake.
I'm posting
It was
6
Roland's one
Detective
out of
Conan
town.
episodes today. If it's Barracuda, alright?
Is someone...
You answer it, Inspector. Please, go right ahead. If you do, it'll all come back to you. Everything. All
Oh,
of the horrific details of that murderous night when Mitchell fell to a bloody death.
What is this? Just pick it up.
Yes, hello?
Hello? Inspector?
Harley, what do you think you're doing?
Get away from me! Get away!
Harley, what's going on?
He turned the lights out. He's got a knife.
Harley,
Wait.
I'm right below you. Look outside.
What?
What the hell's going on?
Inspector, what's happening?
I'm cracking skulls. If he touches Harley, he's dead.
Not so fast.
Wait, what?
This
He's
is
so
exactly how
dumb.
the killer got everyone to leave the room on the night that Mitchell was murdered. The killer did this to conceal the gruesome chain of events that took place in this room shortly after we all left.
And he came back. That's pretty cool that he said how he like cared about Harley. He's like, yo, if he does anything to him, like he's knocking skulls. That's cute.
Hey, who the heck are you?
Come on, bro. Really?
It's me, Inspector.
Harley, why?
Don't you see, Inspector? The
What an
phone call,
idiot.
the horrible yelling, the killer rearing his head with a knife in his mouth for everyone to see. It was all a ruse, and it was all done just as I did it by Mitchell Gray, so he could make it look like he had been murdered by Roland.
Wait, what?
The bandages that the murderer had on were splattered with Mitchell Gray's blood. Not only
Mi-
that, Mitchell had slash wounds on his body.
Those were superficial knife wounds that Mitchell inflicted on himself.
Don't tell
He
me
used a
Mitchell
syringe
killed
to draw his
Roland.
own blood and to squirt it on the bandages he was wearing. The hat and bandages actually belonged to Roland. Mitchell wore a bathing cap underneath them, so none of his hair would show up in the lab test.
Wait, what?
I found this bathing cap and the syringe hidden in Mitchell Gray's room.
Wait a second. Now, why would Mitchell Gray pretend to be attacked? What could he possibly gain from that?
A chance to kill Gerard Dufour and an alibi to go with it.
The old man?
Yes.
What?
Mitchell's accomplice drugged him, and then Mitchell was going to kill him.
An accomplice?
That's right.
Barracuda?
Probably planning to murder Mr. Dufour while his accomplice led everyone downstairs to
Two-
investigate the fake attack. But
two
Mitchell
people?
never got the chance. His accomplice betrayed him. You
Oh!
see, Mitchell was murdered by the one who had pledged to help him. By the same one who stayed behind when
Please.
everyone else went downstairs. By you,
Please.
Nancy Nesbitt.
Fuck!
Mitchell.
No, I don't believe it. She wouldn't.
That's what Mitchell thought until you pushed him off the railing.
I guess
He
no 6
climbed up to the
episodes.
balcony expecting to find Mr. Dufour alone in his room. But he never made it inside, did he, Miss Nesbit?
But if he was planning to kill Dufour with the knife, it would have fallen when he fell and landed next to his body.
Mitchell left the knife behind with a hat and bandages. He never intended to use it on Mr. Dufour.
Mitchell was planning to kill Mr. Dufour by choking him to death. That's why he had the piece of fishing line in his pocket.
Why would
Nesbit
Nancy
had no thought
do
of helping
that?
him kill Dufour. Mitchell was her only target.
She knew that when she murdered Mitchell, no one would ever suspect that he faked his own attack earlier.
But the rope was hanging from the lower balcony.
Right. I'll show you how it got there.
Who killed
You
Roland?
see, she pushed Mitchell. When he fell off, she coiled the rope. Once she had all of it, she lowered the hook down until it caught onto the railing of the balcony. Then she simply let go. And boom. The weighted end hits the bottom of the balcony. And it looks like the
Wow.
killer used the rope to escape.
Oh, and that's her
When the weight
testing
hits,
it.
It leaves a divot underneath, so you can see where the weight hit the balcony below Mr. Dufour's room on the night of the murder. The balcony that I just hit has a
Nancy.
bunch of them on it as well. That's because Miss Nesbit practiced the rope trick from this room the night before the murder took place.
The night before?
Right. Mr.
Nancy.
Dufour heard the noise of the weight hitting.
You're kidding.
No, sir. He also heard someone running down the hallway that night.
That was Miss Nesbit running to the utility closet where the spare keys are kept, because she was timing exactly how long it would take for someone to get the spare key
This
to open Mitchell's room.
sucks.
Knowing that,
Not the
it's
case,
clear that
but
this was a premeditated
what's going
murder
on?
because Miss Nesbit was rehearsing the whole thing the night before.
Are you saying that this is a double murder, that she killed Roland too? What about the will?
No, I already mentioned that Mitchell was Miss Nesbit's only target. She didn't murder Roland. No one did.
No one.
What?
Dufour committed suicide in his room. He wrote the will we found the day before he killed himself.
What? The day before?
That's
No.
right. If I had to guess, I'd say that Miss Nesbit probably dreamed up this murder plan when she discovered Roland dead in his room after he'd committed suicide.
But what about the time of death?
Wow.
Our expert was sure that Roland died the night that Mitchell was killed.
So
not the day
Nancy
before.
used
Your man
his
was
death
tricked.
to help
Miss
herself
Nesbit
out.
buried Roland's body so it wouldn't be exposed to air, which slowed the decay down to 1/8 the usual speed. Most likely, she got
Nancy.
Mitchell to help her, and the two of them wrapped Roland's body up in a sheet and buried it by the pond early in the morning before anyone was awake.
What the f?
Since the landscapers had already dug several holes around the pond to plant trees, nobody noticed the extra hole they dug for Roland's body.
Then who dug the stiff back up and sank it in the pond?
Mitchell took care of that. He pretended to be looking for Roland, and he went outside and dug the body up. Little did he know he was just about to be murdered.
But on the day of the murder, Roland was alive. I saw him right here in this house.
You only thought you did. We all thought we saw Roland that day, but it was actually either Mitchell or Miss Nesbit in disguise. If you have any
What?
doubts, just listen to the messages left on Roland's answering machine.
Wha-
It's clear that he wasn't around for several days before the night he supposedly died.
If what you're saying is true, Miss Nesbit dreamed up this whole plot, but why did Mitchell Gray go along with it?
That's a good question. There had to be something big in it for Mitchell. Miss Nesbit probably baited Mitchell and said that if he joined her, it would be a good way for him to take over the Dufour Corporation. He bit.
No, stop! When Miss Nesbit was a little girl, Roland saved her life in that fire. She wouldn't blame him for Mitchell's death and ruin his name. Stop saying things when
I
you
feel
don't
the
have
same.
any proof, Dad.
I feel the same way,
Miss
Rachel.
Nesbit, please tell me, what time is it?
What? But Dad, what does that have to do with anything?
I thought you had a watch, Miss Nesbit. Where is it?
Well, yes, I do. I seem to have forgotten it today.
Not true. You didn't forget your watch. You can't wear it, right, Miss Nesbit? Because the band to your watch broke when you killed Mitchell Gray, didn't it?
Okay, wait.
When Mitchell was falling to his death, he grabbed the only thing he could, your wristwatch. You knew that if he tore the band off, it would fall and be discovered at the scene of the crime. So out of desperation, you stabbed him with the only thing you could grab. That's why Mitchell had a puncture wound on the back of his hand.
But what did she use? Wait!
Her pen.
It was the pen, wasn't it?
Exactly. She instinctively took the cap off with her mouth and stabbed Mitchell's hand.
That's dumb. She should have threw it away. Cause like obviously that's gonna have blood of Mitchell's, right? DNA.
Would somebody mind telling me how the two of you figured all this out?
It was when I was holding her pen. I used it to jot down a few notes. That's when I noticed that it was writing funny. When I checked it out, I saw that the tip was badly bent, like it had been jabbed into something with force.
But why? Why would Miss Nesbit want to kill him?
We think it had something to do with the fire.
There was only one thing we could come up with that would explain why she would murder one and defame the other.
What?
We think Roland and Mitchell started the fire.
That's what I was about to say.
That's why
That.
Roland refused to have surgery on his face. He didn't want to be healed. He was atoning for the crime he committed as a youth.
Wow.
If there was more to the original will, if it went on to describe the details of the fire he started,
then the pieces all fit together.
Yeah, that last second it came to my
She lost her
mind.
parents in the fire. She did this to avenge their death.
Right, Inspector. There's one thing I don't get, though. Why did she get Zelda so mad? Now that I look back on it, she obviously did it on purpose, so we would drain the pond and find Roland. But the police would have found him eventually. Why force it and risk incriminating herself?
Yeah, dumbass.
I couldn't take it any longer. I didn't want him to be in that cold, dark water all alone.
Wow.
Miss Nesbit!
Slap.
It's over. Stay away. This container's full of gas.
No, wait.
Yo, just let her do it, bro.
Please,
Just
don't do it.
walk away.
It's exactly like your dad and Harley said. All the details of the fire were described in Roland's will. I couldn't believe it. The man I was about to marry was responsible for the death of my parents. I wanted to kill him, but there he lay before me, dead. And then there was that beast, Mitchell Gray. How dare he go on living, as if it never happened? He
Yeah.
deserved to be called human. He was a heartless animal.
Yeah, Mitchell deserved that
Scared when
shit.
he was holding on to that railing. I was going to help him, but then it all came back to me. My mother and father yelling for help, the other children screaming for their parents. He deserved to die, but not Roland. Not him. He was truly sorry for what he did. The pain was too great for him to bear. Both our lives were destroyed in that fire. Nancy, no!
It's no use.
Oh, there's
We
no
found
Oyo in it?
gasoline and replaced it with water.
Oh, yes. Damn.
It's not fair. Not fair! Why can't I die? I want the pain to go away, to burn away. Why did you pull me out of that fire, Roland? Why? You gave me hope, but then you left me all alone.
Oh, this is sad, bro.
I don't know, Kudo. Maybe it would have been better just to let her put herself out of her misery.
Harley, if you corner a killer with your deductions and then let that killer commit suicide,
You're no better than a murderer yourself.
Easy, Kudo. Your scathing remarks are hurting my ears. I think I get the message, Mr. Perfect Detective.
I'm not perfect, Harley. It's just that I let it happen before. I was too small to stop it.
Wait, what?
Simon, let's get out of here. There's still time.
Oh, wow. I didn't think that would be in his mind.
But there's someone who can save Miss Nesbit from making that mistake.
And who's that?
Enough of this foolishness, Nancy. You can't throw your life away because two young boys made a tragic mistake. Mr. DeFore, please. Your mother wouldn't tolerate such nonsense. She wouldn't hear of it.
What? How dare you talk about my mother? You've never even met her, Mr. DeFore.
He's pretty old. He probably did.
I know you think your father gave it to her, but that pen that you're so fond of carrying around was a gift that I gave your mother before she transferred out of my grade school. I had a crush on her. I know what Roland did was horrible, but you have no idea how much he suffered for it.
What are
It's
the
his
odds?
burden, Nancy, not yours. Let Roland take it to the grave with him, please. You're such a beautiful person. You have too much to live for.
She is,
I know
but
it hurts. Believe me, I do. But I'll be with you, my dear child, every step of the way.
Aw, hey man, what a great guy, bro. Oh man. Oh man, this was dark, depressing. You know, damn, bro, that's sad. Hey, that was good though, man. These are the really good ones, bro. I'm sorry about the sinking. I hate that shit. I don't know why, but this is literally the second time this ever happened, out of the 80 episodes. So it's barely ever gonna happen. All right, let's see here. All right, go.
Let me get this straight. Gerard Dufour's childhood sweetheart was actually Miss Nesbit's mother?
Yeah, doesn't it figure? Why else would Dufour lie to the police to try to protect Miss Nesbit?
You're right. See, I thought that Mr. Dufour took Miss Nesbit under his wing to help make up for what Roland did, but apparently there was more to it than I realized.
Maybe the reason that Mr. Dufour started longing to see his childhood sweetheart again is that Miss Nesbit resembled her so strongly.
Hey, I know that face. You knew the whole darn time, but
Wait,
you kept it
what?
from me, didn't you, Kudo?
Aha! You called
Yeah.
him Kudo again. All right. Why are you calling him Kudo?
What? I didn't call Conan Kudo.
He said
I
culo.
said kiddo. Sometimes I call Conan Little Tyke, sometimes I call him Rugrat, but my favorite nickname for him is Kiddo.
Rich is cute.
Harley might be a great detective, but that's the worst acting I've ever seen.
Yo, I love how their friendship. That's really cool. Damn, yo. Again, I apologize about the syncing. It's not my fault. It's the video. You know, the anime download thing. I don't know why, but wow, man. That a lot. Yo, we didn't hear nothing about Barracuda this whole episode, and like, wow, man. Like, I love how they did that. Like, they made you think, or maybe I'm just dumb, but I thought it was Barracuda because she had like reasons why, and then Mitchell. I thought I didn't think Mitchell would do that that would. I don't think Mitchell would kill Roland, right? So, because they were childhood friends or whatever, but so that made sense, because obviously no one killed Roland. He killed himself, and then. Damn, that's crazy. They started a fire, man. Wow, that's horrible, bro. This is man. I don't know. This it was a little dark. You know what I mean? Depressing, sad. Nancy didn't deserve none of that, bro. She's the real victim. Here she was just a little girl, and then these dumbass kids probably playing around and playing with fire, and that happened. That's horrible, man. All right, guys. Hopefully next episode. Cheer me up, you know what I mean? Because I'm depressed. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Y'all the best. Thank you. I love you. And hit that like button if you want more. And comment. I love reading your comments and replying back. So till next time,